hey-da-da-doo. Hey, Duma, yay, Duma, hey-da-da-doo, 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 hey-da-da-doo. That's a Buddhist chant, but it's an American Buddhist chant. A fellow by the name of Colin Walcott, who used to be the drummer with the band Oregon, said we needed an American Buddhist chant, and he wrote that one. So, pretty cool and a lot of fun to sing. In my hand here, I have hymn books. Don't get scared. We won't ask you to solo, but what we'd like for you to do is to take one of these. We may not have enough for everybody, but we'll try to do that. I need to tell you that there are 2 songs on here. So it's selection number 1 or selection number 2. One is the first one. So if you would just take one of these, maybe between you or however you'd like to do that. If we run out, then we'll distribute them so at least you can see them. I wanted to read from the daily word today. I am a channel for good and a blessing for others. I can serve others in myriad ways. Perhaps I already know of a need that I could fulfill, or I'm searching for the right opportunity. My giving begins with a willingness to serve. Then I listen for a prompt from within. I make a commitment and I take action. The love of God within me inspires me to help others. Regardless of how I serve, I give from this love. We all share a spiritual kinship that connects us, heart and soul. Whether I work behind the scenes or interact with people face to face, each caring act blesses the giver and the receiver. We are all fulfilled and blessed as we care for and about each other. And from Matthew 25, come you that are blessed by my Father, for I was hungry and you gave me food. I was thirsty and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger and you welcomed me. Amen. So, we're going to... Everybody, did the little hymn books make it around yet? Anybody need more?
We have abundance.
Okay, anybody need one? Anybody? Yes. Hang on, there may be I'm really grateful for these folks who came this morning. Some crossed over the mountain to get here from Jackson County. Would you raise your hands, Jackson County folks? Some of them have never been here before, so they didn't know how beautiful this place was until this morning. And if you can remember your first time here, and you get out of your car and you walk around and it looks like some kind of really enchanted garden, you know, it's really quite delightful every time you're here. So what we're going to do is we're going to sing hymn number 1 in your hymn book. It's called Gathered Here. And we're going to sing it in unison for a little bit, and then we're going to do it as a round. But don't get scared. I know some of you aren't really keen on singing, But we don't ask that you feel like you're doing a really good job. We just want you to be happy. So that's the ingredient you need. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Gathered here in the mystery of the hour, gathered here in one strong body, gathered here in the struggle and the power. Spirit, draw near. Gathered here in the mystery of the hour, gathered here in one strong body, gathered here in the struggle and the power. Spirit, draw near. Gathered here in the mystery of the hour, gathered here in one strong body, gathered here in the struggle and the power. Spirit, draw near.
I think you've got the knack of it. We're going to do it as a 2-part round. So, what is your name, sir?
Guy.
Guy?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to split you in 2. Half of you to sing with this group, and the other half you'll have to try to figure out how to do this. You look like the guy that can do it. So, and we'll split right here. So you'll be singing with these folks, and the other half of Guy. You're singing with this side. We're going to sing it together once, and then we'll do it as a round. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Gathered here in the mystery of the hour, gathered here in one strong body, gathered here in the struggle and the power. Spirit, draw near. Gathered here in the mystery of the hour, gathered here in one strong body, gathered here in one strong body. Spirit, draw near. Gathered here in the mystery of the hour, gathered here in one strong body, gathered here in struggle and body. Spirit, draw near. Gathered here in the mystery of the hour, gathered here in one strong body, gathered here in struggle and body. Spirit, draw near. Spirit, draw near.
One more time, Spirit, draw near.
Spirit, draw near.
Amen. It sounded darn good. We're going to do another one that requires your assistance. And we call this the contemplation chant. And let me tell you how this is going to go. The choreography is tricky, but I think you can do it. Actually, your part is to hum a chant with us. And the chant is Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. So when we sing it, it gets easier. Just saying it's a little tricky. Let's just do that together, and then I'll give you further instruction.
Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum.
Anybody need help with the words so far? Alrighty, so what we're going to do is, as we sing that together, and these folks here are going to be singing that part with you, Om Mani Padme Hum. And then we're going to add other things to it as we go around, but you just keep singing, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. And when we get to the very end, everybody's going to be singing together, Om Mani Padme Hum. And when I do this, we're going to end and we'll sing it out like this, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om. And when you run out of air, you stop. And then we're going to sit in meditation just for a short period. Okay? So when the period is over, our pitcher over here, Mr. Latore, is going to give us the notes. I forgot to tell you, this is where I'm planning is everything is. For number 4, don't I know he's awesome. So when we're getting ready to end, when we're getting ready to end our little period of meditation, you'll hear him give us pitch notes and we'll sing a song. And then we'll sing some more for you. So, any questions? Any comments? Any answers? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Om Thank you for helping us with that. We're going to do a tune for you that we only do once a year, and it's called Harvest Home. It's that time of year. There's another one we do this time of year too, but it's about a skeleton named John. We're going to skip that one today. But we will do Harvest Home. 48 enter.
Hey for the harvest, high for the harvest, ho for the harvest, harvest home. Sing. Hey for the harvest, high for the harvest, ho for the harvest, harvest home. Golden race, golden days, golden days. Sing. Hey for the harvest, high for the harvest, ho for the harvest, harvest home. Sing. Hey for the harvest, high for the harvest, ho for the harvest, harvest home. Golden race, golden days, golden days. Sing. Hey for the harvest, high for the harvest, ho for the harvest, harvest home. Sing. Hey for the harvest, high for the harvest, ho for the harvest, harvest home. Golden race, golden days, golden days. Sing. Hey for the harvest, high for the harvest, ho for the harvest, harvest home. Sing. Hey for the harvest, high for the harvest, ho for the harvest, harvest home. Golden race, golden days, golden days.
Thanks, that's really the end. Needless to say, that's a lot of fun to sing, and it's really hard to stop. I'm tempted always one more time to go, 1, 2, 3. And sometimes they do it even if I don't. So I want to take just a second to talk about Rosemary here. This is what she had looked like as a young woman, and she is, I guess, the original founder of this little ministry here. And there are others. Our good friend Ron back here. If you want to see a picture of him when he was younger, there's a book or a couple of them that you could look on the back and you can see what he used to look like before he became the handsome gentleman that he is now. Wasn't quite an ugly duckling, but just kidding. Rosemary came here to this area in 1938 for the first time when she was 16, and some neighbors invited her to come up for a vacation. And so she did come with them and stayed at what is now the Dillard house. It used to be called Oak Lawn, and she sort of had the best summer of her life. And she came back several times after that. But when she was an adult, and some 40 years later, and married, she came back to this area. She and her husband Duke were looking for a place to have a summer home. And so she thought she'd stop by and see the Dillards because they had become friends when she was a little girl and stayed here. So they did indeed find a place to build their home, and she decided that she wanted to extend her ministry. She had become a unity teacher and wanted to start a unity prayer group here. And so she ended up purchasing the little cabin out there for $250, but she had to move it and had no place for it to go, and looked, and finally the Dillards came to her rescue and said, "Tell you what we'll do, we'll lease you a place." Well, Rosemary had envisioned a place that was beautiful and on a stream, and I think she got that in spades, you know, because you just can't get out of your car and step out without listening, looking. When you look down into the creek, you know, it just sings to you, and so she knew that this was a magical place. For her, she said this. It was some years later that this got built, but this started in, I guess, 1986. And then Ron Lindon, our minister here, was also in the area, and he had come here as an immigrant from California. And after he overcame the language difference, he seemed to fit right in here like a hand in a glove. And so Rosemary called on him to assist her and be the co-ministers in this little congregation. So that's how it came to pass. I just wanted to acknowledge that and acknowledge her and thank Ron and Rosemary. And don't forget to look at the little book so you can see what Ron used to look like. But here's what Rosemary wrote about this place. "We do not have a formal membership, but we consider that membership is of the heart. Anyone, no matter where they reside, may count themselves as a member if they feel that our chapel is their church home. We welcome people of all faiths. It's our prayer that each person who comes to the chapel will feel the presence of God and the love and peace that passes all understanding. Indeed, I began this chapel so many years ago in order to pass on to others this peace." Thank you, Rosemary. Thank you, Ron. I'd like to sing a song now that's called "Humbly," written by a friend of mine, Lawrence Cole, and it's about the founders. The reason that I did that is we changed a word in the song to make it suit today, since it's Founders Day. But it's called "Humbly."
Humbly we walk here, humbly we sing here, humbly we bless this ground. Humbly we walk here, humbly we sing here, humbly we bless this ground. Humbly we walk this ground with the spirit of blessing in our hearts. Humbly we walk this ground with the spirit of blessing in our hearts. Humbly we walk this ground with the spirit of blessing in
we're going to do a song now. Dedicate this to Rosemary. It's called Belle Mama. And number 9, Andrew. Sing with us when you're ready.
Belle Mama, yeah.
It's all praise to it.
Belle Mama, yeah. Belle Mama, Belle Mama, Belle Mama, Belle Mama, Belle Mama, Belle Mama, yeah. Belle Mama, Belle Mama, yeah. Belle Mama, Belle Mama, yeah. Belle Mama, Belle Mama, Belle Mama, Belle Mama, Belle Mama, Belle Mama, yeah. Belle Mama, Belle Mama, yeah. Belle Mama, Belle Mama, yeah. Belle Mama, Belle Mama, Belle Mama, Belle Mama, Belle Mama, Belle Mama, yeah.
One more time.
Belle Mama, Belle Mama, yeah. Belle Mama, Belle Mama, yeah. Belle Mama, Belle Mama, Belle Mama, Belle Mama, Belle Mama, Belle Mama,
Amen. There was a gentleman who was here for a while. Didn't know Dell. Who was a minister, moved here to open a camp. And for a long time, he was very involved with the workings of this congregation and spoke often, was a pretty loving guy. I'm glad that I got to meet him before he passed away. We're going to sing a song for him today, too, and it's called Return Again. It's number 2 in your hymn book. I'll wait while you find the page. So listen to it a couple of times through and join in when you're ready. 1, 2, 3.
Return again, return again, return to the land of your soul. Return to who you are, return to what you are, return to where you are, born and reborn again. Return again, return again, return to the land of your soul. Return to who you are, return to what you are, return to where you are, born and reborn again. Return again, return again, return to the land of your soul. Return to who you are, return to what you are, return to where you are, born and reborn again.
Now we're going to do it as a round. So, sorry, again. Good kind of went through and John kind of went through. All right, we're going to sing. We're going to start just with this group, and then I'll bring the rest of you in with this group, okay? The note again, please. Note again. Oh. song for Denton, we may as well do one for Ron. Ron teaches us how to work towards our enlightenment, you know. He's a good yogi. You know, I guess it's like witches, good witches, bad witches. Anyway, so here's one of the things based on Ron's teachings to help us through the way. It's called If You Want to Get to Heaven. 1, 2, 3.
If you wanna get to heaven, let me tell you what to do. You gotta grease your feet in mutton stew, slide right out of the devil's hands, and ease on over to the promised land. If you wanna get to heaven, let me tell you what to do. You gotta grease your feet in mutton stew, slide right out of the devil's hand, and ease on over to the promised land. If you wanna get to heaven, let me tell you what to do. You gotta grease your feet in mutton stew, you gotta slide right out to the devil's hand, you gotta ease on over to the promised land. You gotta slide right out to the devil's hand. Let me tell you what to do. You gotta grease your feet in mutton stew, you gotta slide right out to the devil's hand. You gotta ease on over to the promised land. You gotta ease on over to the promised land, and ease on over to the promised land, and ease on over to the promised land, and ease on over to the promised land.
Thank you, Ranji, for this. Actually, here's some serious advice, and this is called When You Were Born. Nate, our altitudinous friend here, our soloist, he gets to sing this because he is the tallest, so that's how we decided to interact.
When you were born, you cried, and the world rejoiced. Live your life so that when you die, the world cries and you rejoice. When you were born, you cried.
When you were born,
And
you cried, and the world rejoiced. Live your life so that when you die, the world cries and you rejoice. When you were born, you cried. When you were born, you cried, and the world rejoiced. Live your life so that when you die, the world cries and you rejoice. When you were born, you cried. When you were born, you cried, and the world rejoiced. Live your life so that when you die, the world cries and you rejoice. When you were born, you cried. When you were born, you cried, and the world rejoiced. Live your life so that when you die, the world cries and you rejoice. You cried, and the world rejoiced. Live your life so that when you die, the world cries and you rejoice.
when you were born, you cried, and the world rejoiced. Live your life so that when you die, the world cries and you
singing that solo that made him this tall. He started off about like this, and sung it enough now that he's altitude. Janie Mama, 35. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Janie Mama, 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 ya tu Susie ya termina, ya tu Yavana, hey Yavana, termina, Susie Janie Mama, 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 ya Janie Mama, Janie Mama, ya Janie Mama, ya Janie Mama, say Yavana, Janie Mama, Janie Mama, ya Janie Mama, say Yavana, Janie Mama, Janie Mama, ya Janie Mama, Janie Mama, Janie Mama, Janie Mama, ya Janie Mama, Janie Mama, Janie Mama, Janie Mama, ya Janie Mama, say Yavana, Janie Mama, Janie Mama, ya Janie Mama, Janie Mama, Janie Mama, Janie Mama, ya Janie Mama, Janie Mama, Janie Mama, Janie Mama, ya Janie Mama, Janie Mama, Janie Mama, ya Janie Mama, say Yavana, Janie Mama, Janie Mama, ya Janie Mama, say Yavana, ya Susina, ya tu Yavana, hey Yavana, termina, Susina.
We like to do songs from all around the world. This one is from Hawaii. It's called Ele Ele, and it means may great peace descend. So reverse the granny's call, everybody else is fine. We will sing just about any song from almost any place and any source, and this one is from the Beatles. So it's called Blackbird. My blackbirds, where are you? Okay. Inside folks, all right. Okay, pitches then. Nice and down.
Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these wings and fly. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to arise. Blackbird fly, blackbird fly, into the light of the dark black night. You can fly away. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these eyes and see. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to be free. Blackbird fly, blackbird fly, into the light of the dark black night. You can fly away. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these wings and fly. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to arise. Blackbird fly, blackbird fly, into the light of the dark black night.
We're going to do a song for you now that's from South Africa. It's called Shoshaloza. A little bit of the story behind this. It was the song that united South Africa, the black folks and the white folks, through their soccer team. It became their fight song. And basically what it means is this train is moving through the mountains, and if you don't get on, you better watch out because you'll get run over. Peace and love, right? So, basically what it's saying is that there's a movement growing, and you can either grow with it or fight it, but it's still going to grow. 1, 2, 3.
Hallelujah. 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 Hallelujah.
Shoshaloza, Shoshaloza, Santa, Stimelas, Fume, South Africa. When we are Malayka, Santa, Stimelas, Fume, South Africa. Shoshaloza, Santa, Stimelas, Fume, South Africa. When we are Malayka, Santa, Stimelas, Fume, South Africa. Shoshaloza, Santa, Stimelas, Fume, South Africa. When we are Malayka, Santa, Stimelas, Fume, South Africa. Shoshaloza, Santa, Stimelas, Fume, South Africa. When we are Malayka, Santa, Stimelas.
1, 2, 3.
Hallelujah. 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 Alleluia, 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 alleluia.
Shoshaloza, Shoshaloza, Kule Santa, Rastime Las, Kume Santa, Mirialeka, Mirialeka, Kule Santa, Rastime Las, Kume Santa, Mirialoza, Shoshaloza, Kule Santa, Rastime Las, Kume Santa, Mirialeka, Mirialeka, Kule Santa, Rastime Las. South Africa.
We'd like to do another song for another mother, Mother Earth. This is called Round and Round the Earth is Turning. Amen. So once and then we're doing this around.
Round and round the earth is turning, turning always into morning, and from morning into night. Round and round the earth is turning, turning always into morning, and from morning into night. And from morning into night. Turning always into morning, and from morning into night. And from morning into night. Turning always into morning, and from morning into night. And from morning into night. Turning always into morning, and from morning into night. And from morning into night. And from morning into night. And from morning into night.
We have two more songs for you. Is that okay? We're a little over time. I want you to sing with us. Bring me little water, Sylvie. Bring me little water now. Bring me little water, Sylvie. Every little once in a while. Sing that again. Bring me little water, Sylvie. Bring me little water now. Bring me little water, Sylvie. Every little once in a while. Bring me little water, Sylvie. Bring me little water now. Bring me little water, Sylvie. Every little once in a while. Oh, can't you hear me calling you? Can't you hear me now? You know I need a little bit of water. Well, every little once in a while. Sing with us. Bring me little water, Sylvie. Bring me little water now. Bring me little water, Sylvie. Every little once in a while. Oh, won't you bring me broken now. You know I need a little bit of water. Well, every little once in a while, bring me little water, Sylvie. Bring me little water now. Bring me little water, Sylvie. Every little once in a while. You know that Sylvie came running, yeah, bucket in her hand. She said, I'm gonna bring you water just as fast as I can. Bring me little water, Sylvie. Bring me little water now. Bring me little water, Sylvie. Every little once in a while. So won't you bring me little water, Sylvie? Bring me little water now. Bring me little water, Sylvie. Every little once in a while. Every little once in a Yes, I think the morbid pumpernickel choir has nothing on you. I can do this last song without, you might have to. Would you mind just seeing if she's okay? This would be me now. You okay? Good morning, aren't you? So this is our last song, sort of, and it's a blessing. No, we all go now.
May the Spirit of love surround you
And we're going to end it the way we always end it, and that's when we circle the wagons, meaning make a big circle and join hands, and sing, "Let there be peace on earth."
We got a big circle.
Now, mindful of the hands that we're holding, we'll say our closing prayer. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God sustains us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever